Okay. All right. We are going to start. We're going to do breath work today. And I'm just going to do it seated because then I can be in the camera. And I don't have my earbuds, so I'm not sure how the sound is going to be. If you need me to be louder anytime, just say something, Zoom room people. But I'll just try to be loud. I'm used to teaching a full class of loud and being loud. All right. So just sitting cross-legged, come in for a landing into your body, right? Just let yourself be here, present in this moment, in your own body, feeling whatever you're feeling, but really coming into sensation. So instead of coming into your body from I got to fix this, objectify that, looking at it from the outside, come into it from the inside, what it feels like to be inside your body right now. And if there's pain or if there are things going on, you can recognize that that is happening, but just don't give it all of your attention, right? And also come in with the sort of intention that you are here to be healthier in your body. And this work is going to help hydrate tissue. It's going to help move things. It's going to help do some inner work if you stay present with it, or if however it works, it is how it works. So we'll do coherent breathing, and coherent breathing is called coherent breathing because it means that your body gets more coherent, meaning your heart rate, your digestive system, your respiration are all working together. So it's like you get your head, your heart, and your guts all together. So the coherent breathing is a 6-count inhale and a 6-count exhale. It could be 4, it could be 5. 5.5 seconds is the best number of times. So I'm assuming that my 6 count is about 5.5 seconds. So exhale everything out. If you need to breathe slower or faster, just do it. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's add the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Arms going forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, stay down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open out. Inhale down. 2. Take up space. 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just relax. Feel where your system is now. If you're using that equal count in and out, just regulates your nervous system so that you're not really going up and you're not really going down. You're just coming into an even keel. Although I would say that it does actually drop you down into a more parasympathetic state, which is rest and digest, soothe and settle, like digest, right? That's where we process things. That's where our body can heal from. So yeah, just coming into that coherence where our body is working together and we're not at odds with ourselves, right? So when we objectify our body and we go from the outside, like, oh, there's something wrong with that, and I need to fix that, and this is a problem, then we're not present within our own bodies. We're coming from the outside to push and prod and fix. But if we can accept whatever's going on and then be like with it, offering our body as much or as little movement and breath work as we need to keep moving forward, which, like, if we're really sick, maybe we need to be still for a long time. All right, let's take it on to our backs on the floor. Let me just take this down a little bit. There we go. And you're going to knee drop from side to side. So letting your knees fall from one side, open through the middle, and take it to the other side. Massaging through your glutes, massaging through your lower back, massaging through your butt. Let this be as easy as possible. So as little tension as you can manage. Just letting open, 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 close, close, close. Letting your legs just fall open and fall closed. So there's no extra effort. You're moving as easily as possible. And I will say, I have been this past week, like, back into moving a lot. Like, I was sick before, and now I'm like moving a lot, teaching in person, teaching online, taking pole dance, going for hikes. And I'm like, my butt is sore. So I'm doing this for me. I'm just going to take it deeper for myself. If you're already deep enough with that first stretch with just going side to side, stick with that. You don't have to go deep, but for me, like, I just need this deeper twist to get into my body. And coming back into center. Take our arms over our head, deep breath in. On the exhale, pressing up, pelvis up, and then inhale, lower it down. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, hold and lower. This is the anti-sitting work, right? We're working our back, we're opening the front. Inhale down, exhale, press it up. Inhale down, exhale, press it up, inhale, lower, exhale, press it up, stay and make circles with your hips. So now make this again as effortless as possible. You're still working your body, but we're not trying to work harder. We might be trying to move bigger, but we're not trying to work our muscles harder than necessary. Change direction other way. If we thought of our energy and our muscle work like money, it's not a good way of putting it, but like it's easy to move with less effort. And so not spending all our money on our movement. And then roll it down through your spine, let it go. I changed directions. I don't know if you did. If you didn't, go back up there and change directions. Take your legs up to the ceiling, shake it out, and bend your knees. Like, we're all in Western, not everybody, but let's say a lot of people in Western exercise are doing it to burn calories. Like, oh, I ate that thing and now I need to burn it off. And it's maybe not the best way of thinking about it. Thinking of movement to hydrate your body, to make your nervous system healthy, to process things, and that means digest as well. But not that we're like, in this negotiation with burning things off. Like, eat whatever you eat, forgive yourself, and then move your body regularly. Forgive yourself if you've got habits of eating things that are not good for you. But there's a Louise Hay, a little thing that she does, which I feel like is really good. And it's like, if you're doing something that you feel like is bad for you, then you can bless the habit and release it from your life, which doesn't mean it'll go away right away. It might take a while, but you're not fighting it in this evil way. You're going, okay, I accept this, I bless this, and I release it. I can see a place where I don't need this thing. So this could be smoking. It could be drinking. It could be whatever it is. Too much sex. I don't know. Whatever your addictions are. Reaching your legs up to the ceiling. You're going to reach down and then come back up. Exhale, cross. Inhale, left. Flexing your feet on top, pointing as you go down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So like for me, I'm not moving to burn off the food I ate. I'm hoping that the food I ate is serving and nourishing my body. right? I'm not trying to get rid of it. Of course, did I eat everything that was wonderful for me? I ate a lot of wonderful things, but then I had some other things that might not be so wonderful for me. But I'm not in this negotiation. And I'm not trying to be judgy about it. If that's what you're doing, fine. But just that there's another way of being. Let's go 1, 2, skip the top, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Relax. Let me finish the thought. So for me, I'm doing this stuff because it feels good in my body. And my body feels better when I do it, but it also feels good while I'm doing it. I'm not fighting against it. I'm not like, oh, I hate doing that stuff. So, it just feels good. I like moving. Let's open up into an X. So your arms are up over your head, your legs are down, reaching out. You're in the shape of an X, elbow to knee coming together. And it feels good to me. And I want to be able to keep moving easily until I die. I don't want to be like, oh, then I can't do this and I can't do that. I want to be able to move. And so I keep moving because I like it. And I move in a lot of different ways. So this morning, because I'm here by myself in my apartment, I put on, what is it? Is it WFMU? It's the one from Fordham. It's not WFMU, but it's 90.7. And they always have really good music. So I had like a little dance party by myself first thing in the morning. Like, what a great way to wake up. It wasn't a huge dance party. It wasn't like an hour-long dance party. It was like maybe 3 songs. Just dancing around however I felt like it. And it feels good. So let's go with straight arm and leg coming up, reaching it out. So we want to develop movement skills and relationships, agility with our body, but we also want to I guess this is the thing, the functional movement thing, like being able to move better or move with more flow is going to increase the flow in your life, right? It's going to increase your capacity to move through life with relative ease. All right, and everyone needs a little bit more relative ease, I think. Let's take one leg up to the ceiling. You're going to push and then bring it back down. Press it up, bring it down. Press it up, bring it down. Press it up. Switch to the other side. We're just doing 4. Leg up, push, poke a hole through the ceiling, lower down. Hamstrings, back and butt. Push and lower. Push and lower and push. And change it again. Flex foot, push through with your heel. 2, 3, 4. Press it up. And everyone has their own sort of story of what it is to be in a body and what, like, how that works, what you should and shouldn't do, all this kind of stuff. So really examine that story. Is that story really true? Or did you just take it from teachers in elementary school, your parents, the preacher? I don't know, like, who has given you your stories about what happens in your body? And what of that is true? And you know what? It can be very different for different people. Let's take our arms over our head. Stretch your legs all the way out. You're going to bend your knees. Inhale. Open it up. Exhale. Roll it down. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Often the people telling the body stories are objectifying the body. That's like, if you're coming from that space, it's not like present within the, it's just, it's a place that we have to go through to get to the actual experience of being in our bodies. Exhale, and let's circle, spiraling. And then inhale down, lengthen out. Exhale up. Inhale, open. Stretch it out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen. Fold. Spiral. Open. Inhale, long body. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Yeah, when I first started working with Liz Cook, the psoas lady, who's an amazing teacher, and she has a bunch of stuff going on. So if you ever want to learn more from somebody else, I recommend her. But when I first started working with her, she looked at me, and it was me and another friend of mine who was also a dancer and a movement analyst. And she looked at us, she looked at our thighs, she looked at our bodies. She's like, wow, you guys are really muscular. You really work your muscles. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. And I was like, I can see it on other bodies now where it's like, those bodies are really working hard. But there are other ways of being. And I'm not saying don't work your muscles. I work my muscles all the time. I was in pole yesterday. It's muscular. But you can also imagine moving from the fluids, moving with more ease, moving from flow as opposed to grinding through. All right, let's think about that. What is it like to do this movement just from the flow of our breath? So we're going to do similar to where we started, but this time our arms are going to go up with the inhale. So inhale up and exhale, take it down. Really simple movement, but see how even it can be. So it's almost like you're taking out any changes in time. You're trying to flow up with the breath, deep breath in, and then exhale, lower it down. Inhale up and exhale down. Trying to find a flow of energy that's very even in this movement. Up and down. And last one. Up and down. And let's do the same thing with the leg circles. Do I have enough room? Not really. I'll just move over. Hands down by your sides, circling your legs around, making circles, trying to make a circle that feels really even. That the movement isn't jerky. It's not jerky, right? It's an even tempo. If you want to make it bigger, go for it. I'm going to go for the big ones. But try to make it even so that your movement has the same sort of energetic quality as it goes around in the circle. Are we using our muscles? Yes. Are we using our fascia? Yes. Are we using our bones? Yes. We're using the whole system. Are we using our nervous system? Absolutely. Change direction. Who is making this happen? Right? Where's ground control? Changing direction, as big or small as feels good to you. If you want to peel up off the floor, you can. See if you can do that by keeping the same sort of even tempo and even energetic flow. Changes in time, like if we speed things up and slow things down, they're very exciting when we see them. They draw us in. But if we're working for this idea of flow, maybe we want to minimize those kind of changes. So let's roll back and forth. And I'm not talking about something just being fast or something being slow. I'm talking about when the time changes, like when something quick happens, catches our eye, or when something starts to really slow down. I'm going to take this all the way up. It's up to you if you want to do that. Feel free. I'm using my arms to reach forward. Then I stand up. They reach forward as I come down. So they're giving me a little counterbalance. Arms reach forward. It gets me up. They reach forward. I roll back. Last one. I feel like I'm yelling. I am yelling. Just because I bought new Apple. This is not, they don't endorse me in any way. They don't support me in any way. In fact, it just cost me money, but I got AirPods Pro because I was like listening to the quality of the sound of a lot of my stuff. And it's like, oh, it's pretty bad. So they won't connect to my phone because my phone is too old. They connect to my computer, but not my phone. Anyway, that's the next thing, updating the phone. Let's come and sit in a cross-legged position. We're going to imagine from pubic bone and tailbone that you're making a circle. So you're stirring your pelvic floor and you're steering from your pubic bone and hip bones. Stirring and steering. And you're moving not to grip every muscle. You're moving to relax as much as you can. Go the other way. So that if you have any kind of blockages in your pelvis, in your reproductive organs in your gut body. We're just offering that some fluid movement so that we can hydrate that tissue, bring in oxygen, all the things that make something healthier. And then let's open it out. Taking it in a side stretch. And inhale, open. Other side. Letting yourself make that nice C curve from your sit bone through your fingertips. And then we'll circle the whole way around, taking it to the side, forward, to the other side, and opening up, changing direction. And coming up, and let's just do a quick spiral in one direction, and then the other direction. And then take it down. If you want to put one foot in front of the other so you can go a little lower, go for that. Breathe and melt. Free up your spine a little bit. A little free flow movement, easy movement in your body. And roll it up. And let's change legs. So non-dominant leg comes in front, regular cross-legged position. Oh, let's start with the circles. Let's do the same thing. So circling around. Stirring, let's try steering from your hip bones this time. So your hip bones are circling around. And you're stirring your pelvic floor and your gut body. Try not to lock up your ribs or your head. Go the other way. Yeah, so I've had this like weird tailbone injury for basically since like April. So now I'm on a tear to like whatever's going on in there to get it moving. So it's not kind of stuck and unhappy. Open it out, stretching from side to side. Too much sitting. That tailbone injury came after a day. Well, I was in a meditation retreat, so I was definitely sitting way more than I would normally be sitting. I was teaching movement in the retreat, but I was in a lot of sessions. And then I had to like fly home, and I was basically sitting for 12 hours. And that just is, my body hates it. But it was like a couple hours on the BART, a long time on the plane with like delays, and then coming back and taking another long time on the subway getting back to my apartment. And that's not even a long flight to California. So going like to Japan or Australia or something like that, oh my God. God bless anyone who travels in long traveling. But I think other people are better at sitting still than I am. All right, let's take one foot in front, one foot behind, take it forward. When I was in my 20s, I had a job in an office. It was only a half-day job in an office. I was working for a dancewear company in the Bronx. And I was working in their office, and I would take a ballet class in the morning or capoeira, and one in the morning, one in the evening. I was taking two movement classes a day, and sitting still for half a day. And I learned I cannot have an office job. This is never going to work for me. So that didn't last that long. All right, let's come onto hands and knees. We're going to curl toes under, arch, stick out your butt, take your butt towards your heels, and then take it forward over your hands, tops of the feet to the floor, push, curl, and round. Take your butt towards your heels, and then take it up, arch, stick out your butt, curl your toes under, take it back and forward. Push here with your arms, curl and round, taking it back and forward. Arch. I bend my elbows slightly on the arch so that I can fire up my triceps. So I am doing that muscle work here, kind of like I'm getting ready to pounce. So a lot of the work that we're doing in here is going back and forth from moving in different ways, but I just want to introduce the idea of moving from the fluids. And let's curl our toes under, take your butt up to the air, downward dog, then one knee and then the other. If it's possible, you're gonna take your elbows down towards the floor and then push up. If you need to do this here with your knees on the floor, that's fine. So either from your downward dog, oh, that's hard, or from your knees on the floor, either way. I'm just gonna do one more. If it's enough, if you've done enough, don't do more. And then walk your heels back just a little further away. You're gonna lift your heels, scoop your belly in, round your spine, roll it forward into a plank. From there, we're gonna take it into a side plank, make an arm circle in one direction, an arm circle in the other direction, come back to your regular plank, other side. Arm circle one way, arm circle the other way, back to your plank. If you wanna make it easier, put your foot down on the floor. Do whatever you need to do to make this work for you. People have so little trust. We've learned not to trust our bodies in any way that they're like, I don't know, whenever I'm teaching, people are like, am I doing this right? Is this the thing? Is it perfect? And it's like, sometimes good enough is good enough, especially with our bodies. Like as we're learning, it's not going to be perfect. Don't ever even go for perfect. Go for like decent alignment where it feels okay. What does that even mean? It's something to learn, right? What does that even mean? Different for different things. All right, let's take it into a forearm plank. One knee to the floor at a time, parallel, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Twisting underneath 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Come up. I have to remember this. You're going to go to your fingertips. So this is kind of like a push-up, but it's different. You're going to go to your fingertips kind of wide. So fingertips, tippy fingers, wider than your sticky mat. My knees are on the floor. I'm going to bend my elbows out to the side. I'm going to drop my chest to the floor, squeezing my shoulders together. Then I'm going to push, contract, roll it up, and go high. I'm going to drop it, chest dropping down to the floor, push, and push the floor away. Shoulder blades draw together, chest toward the floor, push, and round. The more you take your chest toward the floor between your hands, the more you're going to work your arms. Just trying to mobilize your shoulder blades on your back, get some fingertip strength. If you need to drop it down to your whole hand, you can. Although I feel like there's a real good thing of doing this up here on your fingertips. One more. Good, and release it, let it go. Yes, thank you, Aisha Wilson, for that exercise. I was in pole yesterday, and she's a yoga teacher, but also an amazing pole dancer. And I love it when she brings her stuff to class. Have a sip of water, have a moment of independent thought. Take it back down to your stomach on the mat. All the way down. Bend your knees, let your legs fall from side to side. Massaging out your quads, relaxing your lower back. Wag your tail like you're a happy dog. Free up your spine, free up your lower back. We're going to do this. One leg in, one leg out. So I'm straightening the bottom leg. One leg's coming in. I'm going to give myself a quad stretch here. If this hurts your knees, don't do it. If you can't grab your foot, see if you can grab your sock, your pant leg, something to hold onto. Use a little strap or a towel. Draw your pubic bone into the mat, and then just slightly internally and externally rotate from the hip socket. So you should feel the stretch or the movement, the sensation in the front of your quad sort of shifting around. And then you're going to kick up. Other leg comes up off the floor, arm comes up. This leg is kicking up to the ceiling. Breathe into it. Elongate your body. Radiate away from center. Opening out. And release. Bring it down. Switch it to the other side. Draw it in. Pubic bone into the floor. Hip socket. Hip bone into the floor. Internally, externally rotate that leg a little bit. And then kick it up, open it, reach it out, breathe. Elongate, open. And release, come down. Hands next to your chest. Let's go all the way up, looking toward the ceiling, take it down. Actually, let's do this up the other way. So you're gonna think of forehead to the floor and scoop your belly in, roll it up through your spine, lift and open, and then belly takes it down. So head goes down, rounding your spine to roll it up, arching on the top and taking it down. Normally we reach with our head, but for now, it's kind of like this wave going up and then rolling back down. So we can try that going the other way. Arching up, drop your head, curl, see if you can take it down that way. Arch it up and over, round to go down. Good, and relax. I'm a big fan of if you can do something one way, can you do it the other way? Evening it out. All right, arms out in front of you, legs farther back, circles with your butt. Take your time. Go in the other direction. Really reach your tail to this back corner, to the middle back, to the other back corner, and then same thing in the front. So again, pelvic floor, sit bones, tailbone, reaching into the back space, and then coming forward with the pubic bone. Last one. And let's just go into a child's pose from there. Breathe into it. Surrender, let go. Feel the rise and the fall of your breath. See if you can feel your heartbeat. And let's take it forward again onto your elbows. We're gonna take one leg out behind you, kicking the ceiling with that leg. Move forward a little bit. Pointed toes, touching down, up and down, going 1, 2, 3, 4, long leg, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Switch it to the other side, other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reaching into the back space, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. And release. Come down. Take your butt to one side and your head and arms to the other side. Breathe into that. And then shift butt to one side of your heels, or it's partly to one side of your heels. And then come in. Let's just do a little bit of contralateral bird dog. Just rub my eye for a second. I love rubbing my eyes. I know it's not supposed to be a great thing, but it's just so good. It feels so good to rub your eyes. Okay. Opposite arm to leg. We're going to go out and in and just stay on one diagonal. So we'll do 10 to 12 with the right arm and left leg. Going 1, 2, reach long. 3, inhale, open, exhale, close. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Switch it to the other diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's curl your toes back under, take it back to your dog. Push with your arms, push with your fingertips. Bend one knee and then the other. Take one leg up to the ceiling as high as it can go, knee into your chest, and kick it up. Cross it under, kick it up, outer shoulder, kick it up, and pulse for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch it to the other side. Leg to the ceiling. My socks are getting all wonky. Pull it in. 1. Inhale up, cross it under. Inhale up, outer shoulder. Inhale up, counting to 8. 1. Pulses 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And take it down. All right, coming in to, we're gonna do a hip stretch. You can do this with the bottom leg straight and the top knee on top, or fold the bottom leg under. Top knee right on top of that. Settle into it. Feel your body, feel your heartbeat, feel the inner activity of your body, whatever is going on, your breath, your heartbeat, your blood flow. Maybe you feel places that are tight. If you feel places that are tight or hurt, see if you can feel places that feel good, right? Start to notice what actually feels good in your own body and not just focus on, oh, that hurts, this thing's happening, all the bad stuff, but start to notice the good stuff. Circles with your pelvis. If you want to enjoy movement, you have to start to notice when it feels good and like, oh yeah, that feels kind of good. Sometimes sensation can just be sensation. We don't need to say that's pain. At the same time, if we're going like on a scale of intensity, once you start on a scale of 1 to 10, once you start reaching around the 6s and the 7s, back off. Change direction, other way. Again, circling. Think of the whole pelvis circling around here. And then take it forward and down. Let your head and neck release. Big breath into your body. On the inhale, fill up with air. Exhale, soften and release. And then come up, unscramble, shake it out, give it a bang, rotate in and out. Switch it to the other side, either here or you're folded under, whatever feels good in your body. Oh, sensation. Circles, letting yourself settle into it, finding your breath. And change direction, go the other way. And then come in, take it down. I don't know, did we do side stretch? I don't think we did. Just take it down, soften. Free up your spine. And then come up. Let's do side stretch, even if we didn't do any other side. Oh, I'm imperfect. Unscramble. Shake it out, rotate in and out. Let's do another hip stretch. Just taking your ankle, cross it over your knee. Make sure your ankle is past your knee. You're going to inhale up, exhale, take it down. Breathe and melt, soften. You can also do this laying on your back with a bent knee, so it doesn't have to be this version. And then come up, change it to the other side, other ankle over your knee. Inhale, lift, see the light. Exhale, literally above my head is a light. Take it down, soften and melt. And bring it up, unscramble, bang it out, rotate in and out. Take your feet onto the floor, butt up to the ceiling, open your feet wide. This mat is starting to show signs of age. And shift from side to side. Bend one knee, bend the other. Let your head hang, let your shoulders hang. Free up your spine, free up your head. Really let your head dangle. And then come into the center, nod yes. Free flow the neck. Turn no, shake your head no. And then roll it all the way up, coming all the way up to the top, standing on your legs. Standing on your pegs. That's what my gran used to say. She's like, I'm not too stable on my pegs these days. Anyway, I was thinking about her today. I was doing my meditation and like really, I don't know, my gran just came in and was like, lots of grief in there. I missed my gran. She was awesome. Anyway, circles with your pelvis. But yeah, that side of my family, my dad, my gran, it was a very small side. My grandfather died before I was born, and my gran was an only child, and my dad was an only child, so it wasn't a whole big family side on there. Although she did have some cousins that we knew growing up, and they had families, and we knew them too. Well, one of them did. Open it up, elbow to knee, cross. Just finding yourself on your legs. Yeah, that whole ancestral lineage. Like, I grew up very secularly, and so I wasn't like, I didn't even know that I would have been like a Christian. Like, I didn't know, because my mom was an atheist, my dad was a weirdo, touch the back one, an English eccentric, like really interested in all the things. Come in, circle your shoulders. But the lineage, like our family lineage, and like what happened with our parents, what happened with our grandparents, like that's also in our bodies. That comes down to you in your DNA. Believe it or not, they've done studies on mice. And here's just the interesting study. Circle the other way. This is a long time. Like when I say a long time ago, like probably 10 or 15 years. And so there's a lot more information on this now, but this, I'll just tell this little story before we're done. So, what they did with mice is they took mice and exposed them to the smell of cherry blossoms and did something horrible to them, like shocked them or something, so that when they smelled cherry blossoms, they got a shock. The children of those mice were born with an aversion to the smell of cherry blossoms. They showed signs of fear when they smelled cherry blossoms. So this is how it happens. I mean, that's one scientific version of it, but like whatever experiences happened in your ancestral lineage and in your family tree, like they are probably still living out in your body. So this is why like the work of Bert Hellinger, the family constellation stuff, can really help shift those systems and heal those systems, not trying to scare you. That work has been really helpful for me. And maybe you think that's all woo-woo bullshit, which is fine, but it's all in our bodies. It's not happening somewhere else. Everything is happening here, now, in this body. And you're going to be with this body for the rest of your life. You were with it since the beginning. But I'm just noticing like, oh, I feel this lack of connection. Like I'm not spending a lot of time going to the graveyard. Like when somebody's dead, I kind of feel like, well, they're gone. But like, I feel like, oh, this is part of our culture's lack of dealing with death. Anyway, that's my great thing to think about. So I'm like, oh, how do I rebuild that? How do I really honor my ancestors? Other cultures really honor their ancestors and stay in conversation and connection. And I do feel like I do that with my dad, but with my gran, it's like, wow, I haven't really thought about her for a while. But I was looking at this. This is the, what do they call it? The sideboard. But this came from her place. So that's what made me think of it anyway. And it's like, it's a beautiful, I guess it's an Art Deco or Art Nouveau piece. Anyway, enough blah, blah, blah. And now I'm pressing the buttons and I can't make it stop. Oh, here we go.